Hello, in this video I'll be showing you how to create a new order on a patient. First you'll go to this area and look for the patient. This assumes that you already have a patient record in the system. Typically we do the query by last name, although we have multiple options. In this case we're going to be looking for patient Edward Brown. So using his last name, and then it's going to bring up the patient record. In order to create an order, you would go to the plus sign, and then you would come to this screen where you can actually create a new order. So in this case, we'll come to this area where you actually select the test that you want to order. Say we want to order a confirmatory drug test, and say we want to select, in this case, the alcohol biomarkers panel. It's going to show up here. Some of this stuff is going to be selected by default because this information was entered when the patient's demographics and new record were created for this particular patient. So it's going to populate the requisition information when this record was created. We do need to enter when this was collected. Let's say it's going to be the same. Apply. There's some other information that you can fill out. There's some you can select what network this corresponds to, the phlebotomist, additional comments. You can enter some of the insurance information. Say for instance, for this particular test, we do require that you enter specimen temperature response. So let's say within range. You can add diagnosis codes to this requisition. Select both. And of course you can access multiple. These are just the favorite diagnosis. This is set up for each individual user. You can actually access multiple diagnosis codes. But we typically configure it in such a way that any given client is going to have their favorite diagnosis codes. Let me go back to that. So you select those. You can select the medication for this particular test, or associated with this particular test. In drug testing, we of course want to do this because we want to know if the results are going to be consistent with the medication that the patient is taking. So let's say I'm going to say, let's say Adderall. And then we can select to print the requisition. If it is a Medicare patient, you can select to create an ABN. And labels if you are labeling specimens at your clinic. And then we can create the order. From here you can print your requisition. You see requisition is right there. You can also print that ABN, so you can have it available for your patient. And you can print a requisition with labels. You can print the labels individually, and you can choose to attach additional files that may be relevant to this patient's order. And that's it. That's how you create it. If you go to our dashboard and then to our inbox and then to pending orders, you'll see that we now have that order in there. When you have multiple, you'll be able to filter out using some of the drop-down boxes and some of the status orders. But I'll show you that in a separate video. Thank you.